My name's Liam Worsley. I'm a sustainability manager here at Cafeology. Cafeology was founded with the idea of being 100% ethical in everything we do. That extends onto sustainability as well.
Can you tell us why we're here today?
Yes, certainly. So LSU are going to be taking Cafeology's coffee. You've got our award-winning Roastology Aviator blend. So it's a primarily Ethiopia blend. So it's got really great fruity notes to it. It's great as a black coffee as filter or Americano, but it also works really well in milk, so it's super versatile. And part of the sort of journey today is we're going to be going through the roasting process and talk through the warehouse and all of our sort of sustainability credentials.
What kind of sustainable practices do you do on a daily basis?
So we try and implement sustainability into everything we do. So for example, part of our dispatch, we will take our waste cardboard that comes in on deliveries, or we can pick it up from our customers when we do our hand deliveries and bring it back to the warehouse, and we'll shred that for into like a webbing, which we can use for internal packaging instead of things like packing peanuts or bubble wrap. So that way we can put extra uses into the cardboard to sort of reduce that impact, but at the same time reduce the reliance on non-recyclable products.
What small changes can students do to live more sustainably? Everyone
always says sort of vote with your wallet. So you want to try and source these products that you know are sustainable. And I mean, coffee, it's going to be shipped to this country, so it's always going to have that element of shipping in it, but it's what coffee roasters do themselves that can be done to sort of minimize that impact on our end. Whether it's sort of more close relationships with origin or the actual processes and the things that we do here to reduce our own impact.
Do you have any advice for students who want to set up a business that might have a sustainable element or impact to it?
I found that carbon neutrality and net zero is really important at the moment. That's not going away. So if you're going to start up a business, think about carbon from the get-go. Capture as much data as you can about everything. You'd be surprised that pretty much everything essentially has a carbon value to it.
What initiatives have you already achieved since starting your role?
So this year specifically, we've managed to create 2 circular economies. So part of the coffee roasting process, you get a byproduct called coffee chaff, which is essentially the dried on husk of the raw coffee that is expelled during the roasting process. And it's this paper thin, very dry product that what we do is we'll store it, and we've got agreements with local allotments, and we'll deliver them to them as we're passing by, and they'll compost it and things for us to sort of reduce our waste. And then in the same vein, green coffee is sent to us in Hessian sacks, and these sacks we send off to a company that will recycle it back into raw material.
And what goals do you have for the future, like the next few years that you want to achieve?
We're committed to being carbon neutral by the end of 2025. So that will involve implementing carbon reduction strategies, and then at the same time calculating our carbon footprint and offsetting what we've already produced, but also offsetting what we can't reduce. So we burn gas to roast coffee, that's inevitable, but little things like investigating things like heat capture so that we can heat our building with the waste energy from our roaster, things like that, just sort of be innovative and come up with new ideas and sort of try and reduce our impact as much as possible.
Well, thank you for letting us speak to you today. It was a really insightful conversation.
No worries, you're always welcome.